unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody.
We are in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go.
Free your mind.
How do you guys feel about Terry frowning like that with her album? You guys' album
She
coming?
thinks she's cute.
She thinks she's cute.
That's all I got to
Think
say.
she crude.
Karen thinks she's cute, huh?
Thanks, hon.
She came out with a different attitude after that.
Like I'm done to me. I don't know, we did all three.
That's old school.
Life has changed. I want the red.
Wait, what was that, Mr. T did in Rocky? What was that, Rocky 3? Was it Rocky 3? Put them covers on my face!
There we go. I don't have a lot to say. Come to see Terry. That's Terry, Cindy, and Rona.
I trust that feeling. Does anybody have any questions of me before I get out of here? Let's see what you guys are saying. What's up, Soul Sister Rona? Hey, Taalik. I'm the bruh that did Mike Jackson in Tunica, Mississippi. Hey now, hello to Terry. Respect, bless up, bless up, bless up.
Come to see Terry. That's Terry, Cindy, and Rona. It's Terry.
It's important for the black youth especially to know that we did have a history and that we did great things and that we had great people, and those things were not in the history books when I was in school. And what I'd like to be doing 5 years from now is attempting to rewrite the history books so that they'll know that.
So when we look at how do we move forward and not ask or beg for reparations, how do we take reparations? Well, the initiative, our organization, we have a plan. And we're going to be taking over cities in Mississippi.
This message. Hey, my brother, you know I had to call you and thank you personally again. I cannot describe to you how happy I was to meet you in person, finally. That was just like amazing.
As long, my sister, I know you've been reading the Bible, but as long as we say lay it up, the wicked gonna keep it. But God says it's time for us to tell that money, you don't belong to the wicked, you belong to us. And I want you to get in the right place. Money coming to me now. Somebody help me dance up here. Glory to God.
To ring out in perfect harmony, Terry Ellis becomes the first of the divas to offer the world her singular sound. And she does just that on Southern Gal.
I ordered this book, God is on Trial. I ordered this book from Amazon, and I must say I've read it. It's very well written, very thought-provoking. And so, sisters and brothers like Alberta Parrish, again, God is on Trial. It is a provocative, thought-provoking, very real and honest point of view regarding the gods of major religions or of Abrahamic religions, and why those of us who follow these belief systems should be asking the same kind of questions instead of just blindly accepting and following.
We want to make sure that we're not just working to be first, but we're working to be right. A lot of times there are situations when things are just happening so fast. It's always important to be fast, but we always want to be right.
And that is Brother Taalik from the Reality Temples on Earth channel. And if you get a chance, to subscribe, please do subscribe to his channel. He's a good brother. You know, he's doing good work, and he wants to do good constructive things. He has good information to provide. So please do check out his channel if you get a chance.
My brother Angel Snub 7 at the Reality Temple. And to give props to him, because I listened to all of Angel Snub 7's videos. I think that he comes from a different angle, and there's a powerful message in a lot of the videos that he put out, and I try to catch all of them. I look at him as a free thinker and a person that's willing to challenge those of which he don't agree with or which he may think differently from, and I really respect him for that. He's challenged KNBS, and he has also challenged the black supremacy movement as well, and I have nothing against that, because that which cannot be challenged cannot stand and will not stand and will not survive the test of time. How many challenges we can withstand will determine how long we will be able to stand.
Thank you for donating to my uncle Taalik. I appreciate it, and I know that my family appreciate it, because he's been in our lives for years now. So, yeah. And I just want to say thank you, because, yeah, I'm happy. Yeah, and we love you guys. Mwah. Bye. Bye. He's forever and always. He's forever and always. He's forever and always.
Everybody who is black and interested in black people, let us sit down and find out how we can get together in one direction against one enemy and accomplish this job overnight.
When soul singer and black activist Sam Cooke wrote the lyrics to his song, "A Change Is Gonna Come," it was very direct and to the point. With some changes to it, the song was still digestible. In the year 2019, black folks continue to go through the change rather than direct the change. A community activist named Taalik Ibn'rad has made an appeal similar to what Sam Cooke was asking for. A change. It's said that the meek shall inherit the earth. We ask when. When will the landlords give the meek a free lease? Mr. Ibn'rad is humbly asking for the state of Mississippi. This is Dusty Basement Studios, and we approve of this message.
All right, it's 19 after 8:19, and I'm proud to have in the studio longtime friend George Luckett. Good morning, sir. How are you?
Good morning once again, young man.
I told you that I've quoted you quite a few times because you say such meaningful things.
Yes, sir.
And I think of you often, and I see you often. Yeah. All right. You have a special project going on, and we have only a little bit of time, so talk about that.
Yes, well, I'm currently working with a brother out of New York by the name of Umar on a project called Malcolm X, Diamonds Among Men. And we're going over the history of Minister Malcolm. We're dealing with the murderers of Minister Malcolm. And we're also dealing with the murderers of other ministers that was within the Nation of Islam.
Including the Harrisburg
Yes,
area,
including
right?
Harrisburg, yes. We had a minister here, Minister Harry X was murdered by the brothers out of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. So we're doing a 8-hour DVD. It's going to cover a lot of ground. And Brother Umar says that it's best that you just tie yourself down, put the seatbelt on, because this is going to be a hard hitter.
Okay. Well, that's good. So, I started to play the trailer here,
yes,
which is on YouTube, but couldn't pay attention to it, but I will. I'm going to give it my undivided attention. And Holly is going to post the link. Where are you putting that, Holly, so that you have that?
So it will be on our websites, number one, and our Facebook, and all of our socials, but it will also be together with this interview today.
Okay.
Oh, wow. Thank you.
Well, George,
anything for you.
You're a good man. We've known each other a lot of years,
yes, sir.
And I do love you. So
thank you. I appreciate that.
You need to come back here more often.
Gomane. Assemble the people, Gomane. We will not be defeated by witch doctors' illusions.
My black people, it's all about the unity. There's nothing they can do with us, so ain't nobody. We are in a state of emergency.
Prejudice. Wrote a song about it? Like to hear it? Here it go. Free your mind.
What, dear?
Cause I keeps it real like that. I keeps it real.
Just keep it going.
At the conclusion of the ARC Media documentary, Who Killed Malcolm X?, I was given thanks, along with others, for keeping the Malcolm X case alive. But if the makers of this documentary really wanted the answer as of who killed Malcolm X, all they had to do was turn to the person I suggested that they interview. Oh, they interviewed Roland Shepard, all right, but his 3-hour interview wound up on the cutting floor. They completely wasted the opportunity to answer their own question. Mr. Shepard didn't have to guess and wonder. He had the answer because he saw who killed Malcolm X. In the upcoming Omar Shabazz documentary, Brother Malcolm X, Diamond Among Men, Mr. Shepard's mind-blowing account of what he saw inside a New York City police station will not wind up on the cutting floor. Warning, do not watch this 8-hour film standing up. Make sure you are sitting down. Better yet, lay down and watch it. This way, your fall won't be too hard.
This is a question that I'm raising that I've been wanting to ask for a little while. And so now is good time as ever, I would assume. I'm just curious. Because I've always wondered about this question. And matter of fact, I did ask the question, I never did get an answer. So, man, what is this? It's on my face. What I am, hold on a second here. Alright, sorry for that slight interruption. Yeah. I'm just curious. There's a brother right here on YouTube or out here in social media. Our brother Lenon Honor. And I think that it's appropriate that I can ask this question now because he's done or doing a series of videos in relation to manhood training. And this is what I want to... People do not like when we ask questions, when we bring certain things up. They get awfully angry. Well, I guess you're going to have to get angry. I want to... Okay, we're talking about manhood training. But we're doing it from the perspective or in an environment that you don't even control. How are you going to talk to anybody about manhood training, but yet you under the domination of another man? So exactly what kind of manhood training are you exhibiting when you're just showing that you're comfortable in the house of the man that dominates you? How is it manhood training? How can you step forward and dare present to other men or talk to other men about manhood training or training to be a man when you are exhibiting behaviors to show that you have become comfortable living in the domination of another man? You're living in this redundant rhetoric, what we call racism, white supremacy. How can you be a man? How can you train to be a man living in the house of your enemy? And you are obeying your enemy's laws, his policy, and whatever that man that dominates you puts out, you are trying to be this beautiful, perfect, law-abiding citizen. No man is going to tolerate that. Why are we having these children to live, and our boys supposed to become men living under the domination of an enemy, under another man that hates your guts? What is the purpose of having children? I want to give you this as an example. Joseph Kennedy, the father of John F. Kennedy, who was a Catholic, Protestant, something to that effect, the father of President John F. Kennedy, he had a purpose for his children. And at that time, those who were Catholic, those who were Protestant or whatever, I forgot exactly what their standing, but their standing in society was pretty low. It wasn't very great. So the plan of Joseph Kennedy was to raise up a son, because a daughter would not be accepted as president of the United States, to raise up a son in order to take the highest office in the land, so to uplift his people, the Catholics in this country. That was the purpose of having these children, to raise one that will take the office of the presidency. When you have children, they're supposed to be purpose, not to simply carry your bloodline. And in nature does not care anything about your bloodline. Nature only cares about their species. So this species is not in danger. And there's a false narrative that you're supposed to be able to live through your children, which is a lie. They have their life, you have your life. When you die, that's the end. You do not live through your children. That's some kind of feel-good rhetoric garbage. You do not live through your children. They live their life, you live your life, and that's it. Serena and Venus Williams' father had a purpose in having his children. I want to raise tennis stars. Now, whether it's the presidency of the United States or whether it's tennis stars, you should not be having children just because you can lay down and produce them. There should be a purpose. And you wonder why so many people out in society are wandering aimlessly because they have no purpose. They're just put here and that's it. As a struggling people in this society, the so-called Negro, the African Americans, or whatever you want to call us, whatever you want to call yourself, as a struggling people in this society, the purpose of our children, the purpose of our babies should be what is in the best interest of us. Not for their personal career, not to be a doctor, but a doctor for the people, a lawyer for the people. It should be for the upliftment of the people. And if you are a man, that should be the purpose of you producing babies, so that you can produce that which is in the best interest of a people struggling to get out from under the domination of another man. Who cares because you have a job and take care of your family? Who cares? So what? You want a cookie for that? Just because you pay for your children to go to school or whatever it is you think, that's not manhood. How can you call yourself a man, but you're living with racists? And you send your sons and your daughters into danger, the same danger you was born into, without a real clear purpose, and that purpose should be relieving us as a people from this domination. So if you're teaching manhood training, if you're not teaching your sons or your daughter or your children, the number one priority in your life is not to go smoke some damn weed, not to go to a damn movie to see the damn Black Panthers. Your purpose and your mission is to improve this condition. Your purpose for existence is to avenge those who came before you. If you're not doing that, then the only thing you're doing is exhibiting slave behavior. How are we going to live comfortable in a slave society? That's all that you're doing. I don't see no other purpose. You making slaves for your slave owner. You're not a man. A slave. Woo! A man, a so-called man, in a condition of a slave, you are in no position to teach manhood training to nobody. Because a slave cannot be a man. Thus, you you are in no position to train nobody to be a man. Your children don't even have purpose. Their purpose is just to try to make it in the society because you're dominated by another man who hates your guts, who has never treated you right, going on 500 years. Why am I here, Father? Why am I here, Daddy? Why am I here, man? What do you tell your children why they're, what's their mission? What's their purpose? Just to be a comfortable Negro slave. There are animals. If you put them in a zoo, they refuse to breed. They refuse to breed because that's not their environment. They will not bring their babies into an unnatural environment, detrimental to them. These are animals, but when you domesticate it, like rabbits and dogs and sheep, and you just breed, not for the benefit of you, but for the benefit of your owner. And so we still have this slave mentality to breed, because you're not breeding, you're not producing babies, you're not having a purpose for yourself, what is beneficial for yourself. Because when you think about beneficial for yourself, you're thinking about what is beneficial for the group, for the people, not for your individual progress or satisfaction, for your comfortability in a racist society. And that's where we find ourselves. Your children are supposed to benefit you, but you're having these children just so they can benefit somebody else. Maybe I'm off base, maybe I'm incorrect. Y'all straighten me out. I just don't see it. I don't see bringing children into this world so somebody else can use them. You have somebody like Michael Jordan, you have Oprah Winfrey, you have all our people that's supposed to be so damn successful, but when it's all said and done, when you look at it, they benefit their slave owners, their masters. If Oprah Winfrey has $1 billion, believe me, her slave masters have made way more than $1 billion off Oprah. If Michael Jordan is worth $1 billion or whatever, believe me, those who handle him, his slave owners, have made way more than that. But these scraps from the table being the real talent, and we getting these scraps, that's success. When you refuse to get out from under the domination of another man, then as his slave, then he takes away from his slave, and you give to your father. So when we talk about manhood training, exactly what are you teaching these boys? When you're talking about training to be a woman, what are you teaching our women, our girls? Exactly what is being taught to them? Why are you bringing children into the world while you are dominated by another man? Is manhood training revolution, or is manhood training just a vessel so that in our selfishness we bring children that you should have let stay wherever the hell they was at, bring them into this mess and teach them to live comfortable as a slave, like you have learned how to live comfortable as a slave, instead of being rebellious and revolutionary?
Where the hell you been?
I was friends.
What friends? Friends like Scatter? What did I tell you about him, boy? You stay around him and you'll wind up in county or in a coffin.
It's because of Scotty that we pay our bills. It's because of him that we can keep this house.
If keeping this house means you working for that man, I don't need this damn place. Get your things and get out!
Mama, will you just listen, please?
You told me you stopped working for Scatter. You lied.
I'm doing all of this for you. Why don't you get that?
Don't give me that. You're doing it for yourself.
Mama, please, stop.
Just keep it going.
Now, I don't know or listen to a lot of rap, but just being someone who listens to a lot of various types of music, I did listen to some rap. And what comes to mind, and if it was not for copyright infringement, I could play that song, that rap song some of you may be familiar with, from that rapper Cassidy. And Cassidy had a song called I'm a Hustler. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, baby. I'm a hustler. Baby, I'm a something like that. I'm a hustler. And when you talk about the hustle, don't disrespect those who get their hustle on. There's two things that you should not do in making reference to the hustle. Don't knock the hustle. Also, don't hate the player, hate the game. So this is not anything or has anything to do with being jealous or envy, because I'm not going to knock the hustle. Don't you knock somebody when they're trying to make some money legally. A legal hustle. All hustle's not legal. And don't you get jealous and upset because you have to do a 9 to 5 and somebody else don't have to do that because they are successful in their hustle, because that's what you do when you hustle. Most hustlers, or when you think about hustling, that's not a 9 to 5 job. You don't get up and go to work, and chances are you're not paying no taxes, so don't expect a tax refund in April or whatever. I'm a hustler. So don't knock the hustle and don't hate the player. Hate the game. So I'm thinking about our brother Lenon Honor. And Lenon Honor is known now for his videos, his documentary about Umar Johnson. Now I'm wondering, if you look at the video library of Lenon Honor, he really isn't a black conscious type of fella. He's not talking about blackity black, police brutality, all the different times that the black man is God. He's not talking all those type of things. He's a Bill Cosby. Well, I'm not calling him a rapist. I'm talking about this image. He's giving us this image of a clean-cut family man, Cliff Huxtable. Father knows best. That's the image he's giving us. And for many of us, that's a good selling point. That's something good I can use for my hustle. Because, unfortunately, according to his video library, he really can't hold down a regular 9-to-5 type job. Go from one job to the other. And see, when you have 5 children, you got to work a job. You got to get your hustle on. You got to keep that bread flowing in your house, because I'm a family man. I got to take care of my children. That's what he does. And he has done a pretty good job by looking at this picture. Our brother Lenon is doing pretty good. I wonder, how did he get caught up with making videos about Umar Johnson? How did he get caught up? How did he become part of this anti-fraud warrior type movement? But Lenon is a hustler. Now, some of us, unfortunately, some of us, we sell drugs to get our hustle on. Some of y'all cut grass. Some of y'all sell ice cream cones. Some of us cut hair. We don't have a barber shop. We just cut hair whenever we can. On the street, on a park bench, we don't care. We cut our hair. We get our hustle on. Wash cars, fix cars. There's no W-2 involved. We get our hustle on. We take any kind of skill that we have so that we can make money tax-free. You're not paying no taxes. A lot of these people on YouTube, I wonder if they are paying taxes on the money they're getting from YouTube, because they are supposed to file with the government and pay taxes on the money that they are getting from YouTube. One of these days, the IRS going to crack down. You're going to see a lot of folks in trouble because they have not paid no taxes and been making thousands, if not millions of dollars from YouTube. Well, that's your business. You should be a hustler. Hustlers don't pay taxes. Ain't that right, Brother Leon? Don't cry, man. I'm not going to bust you out. I'm not going to bust you out like that, Brother Leon. Come on, man. Look. So, Brother Leon, clean cut, Cliff Huxtable, Father knows best. His skills is being a filmmaker. He's a musician. And he even got skills to be a life coach. Being a life coach means to me that he has an idea of how the mind of human beings work. Oh, yeah. You're a life coach. You understand the mentality. You're not a therapist. He doesn't have a degree in psychiatry, but he understands what makes the mind tick. Now, I don't know how he got involved in this blackity black type thing, because that's where you find Umar Johnson. How did Lenon Honor come into the same place with Umar Johnson? I don't know. But he's there. And now he's taking his filmmaker skills, his skills as a musician, his understanding of what a life coach is. And then you have a lot of people who have got on the bandwagon and they want to expose, they want to save black people from the evil and wicked Umar Johnson. And he makes these videos that feed this hatred, this dislike, this savior mentality going after Umar Johnson. I don't even think Brother Leonard or Lenon knew that he was going to blow up. Yeah. Because he makes beautiful videos. Excellent documentaries about Umar Johnson. And it is superb feeding for those with that mindset that want to talk about and hear about Umar Johnson. Indirectly, Umar Johnson created Lenon Honor because everything he tried, all his documentaries and everything else he done, he couldn't get his hustle on. Don't knock the hustle. I'm not knocking the hustle. I'm telling you for what it is, because the honest truth is Lenon Honor could give a damn. He don't give a damn about the black struggle. He don't give a damn about black folks like that. Lenon Honor, when you study his video library, where he moved his family, he's not living around a bunch of Negroes, black folks. He's in Colorado, some damn where, North Dakota. I'm like, how the hell you getting way out there? But he found his hustle. It's all about hustling. There's people who sing gospel music, don't give a damn about Jesus Christ, don't give a damn about the Bible. It's a way to make some money. That's their hustle. Don't knock somebody for their hustle. I'm making the money. There's nothing illegal about it. It might be a little bit, as they say, like sort of immoral or deceptive. But the problem with Lenon Honor here is also, what you gonna do if you actually bring Umar Johnson down? So one would assume or speculate that's not really what you want to do, and that's not really what you're hoping for. Because if your hustle is Umar Johnson, and you destroy Umar Johnson, you bring him down, you cause him to go to jail or prison or whatever, then what you gonna do for a hustle? Because I'm pretty sure right now, because of Umar Johnson, your checks from Google might be looking pretty decent. Without Umar Johnson, what you gonna do? People do things for the hustle. People sell drugs, but many of them don't use drugs. They sell it to you. They cut your grass and won't cut their own grass. Fix your car and complain about fixing their own car. Lenon Honor do not give a damn about Pan-Africanism, all this blackity black stuff. It's a hustle. He found a hustle. A lot of y'all find a hustle. Cutting grass. Cutting somebody's hair. Fixing cars. If you know how to plumb or fix a computer, it's a hustle. And Umar Johnson is hustling. A hustle is not getting up, going to a regular job, paying taxes. And most of these people that's hustling, you're not paying taxes. You some preacher, and you have filed, what they call that, a 503.13, whatever the hell it is. I don't keep it with the stuff. Hustling. Preachers, it's a hustle. Being a scholar and a teacher on YouTube, that's hustling. Sarnetta is a hustler. Tariq Nasheed is a hustler. Brother Polite, Young Pharaoh. Some do better than others, a hustle. We don't do that here. We're seeking truth, freedom, and liberation. We want to move beyond this dog-eat-dog world and the hustle. You want to hustle? Let it be for your nation. You want to hustle? Let it be for the future of your babies so they don't have to be caught up in the hustle. You understand what we're saying here? Jot down your comments. Let's talk about it. We catch y'all on the flip. In the name of our ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of what we call the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. I am the gatekeeper or the host of this program, known here on social media. Wherever you may find me, I am known as the Mighty Angel Snub 7. I am your soul brother, number one. I want us to take a look at our brother, Lenon Honor, and his family. Contrary to popular belief, I have no problem nor dislike for our brother because he has done nothing to me. I have no hatred or no jealousy or anything of this poor man who is just like myself, just a soul brother in a racist country, coming from a very sad background in our history, being the descendants of slaves, and just struggling, just trying to find our way. The purpose of this video is not to bash nobody or slander their name or anything, because I could be incorrect. So if I'm incorrect and I have good intentions, please feel, no matter who you are, to correct my error because that is not the intent. Our topic that we've chosen, does Lenon honor qualify to teach manhood training? Actually, we could simply answer that question by saying yes. Every brother can teach what they believe manhood training is. And that's why we're confused in what manhood or what being a man is, because you have many teachers of what a man's supposed to be. So in the confusion, you create a confused person that says, the hell with it, I'd rather break my wrist and put on a blonde wig and some lipstick, and I will be a woman. Because I'm told I'm supposed to be a man. I don't have any examples of man. I don't know what it is. This person said a man's supposed to be this. Religion says a man's supposed to be that. The hell with it. I'll just be a woman. At least I guess they got it together. They know what the hell they want to be, but they don't know that there's confusion in that. But it's much easier being a man. As a child, I always wanted to learn what a man was, because I knew eventually I'm supposed to grow into manhood. I'm supposed to grow into a man. I'm a boy. I knew that I was not like my mother or my sisters or my aunties. I'm different. I'm supposed to be like my grandpa and my uncles or whatever. But I had a problem. Look, I had a problem as a child. I love my grandfather and I respect my grandfather, my male cousins, my uncles, even my pitiful father. But something about them, as far as manhood was concerned, I wasn't attracted to them. I was not attracted to the men around me. I felt comfortable and I felt a stronger connection to my mother and the women. The women in my family were very intelligent and very strong people. More so to me than the men, the pastor in the church, and the deacons, with all respect to the deacons here, but the deacons in the church. What's up, dark-skinned activists? My sister Rashida in the house. The world's only and original first dark-skinned activist, Rashida Strober. Y'all seen the little commercial we did? How you doing, Sister Rashida? Matter of fact, before I continue, I believe Sister Rashida is supposed to be doing an interview later on tonight, real close. Sister Rashida, throw the link in the chat room or on the video so that we can check that out. Now look, I was not attracted to the men. Oh, she said she just finished. Okay. And she's here with us. All righty then. Now, it's not their fault. It was just something in me. I just wasn't attracted to the men in my family. I just wasn't. So I'm searching. Remember that song? I'm searching, boo da ba doo da ba doo da ba. I'm a searching, doo ba ba doo ba ba da. I'm searching. I'm searching. And the first time I was ever attracted to any man as a boy was Elijah Muhammad. And Elijah Muhammad wasn't even a physical man. He was a person that I read about in a book. Elijah Muhammad. Elijah Muhammad became my teacher. Elijah Muhammad became the example of what manhood is supposed to be for me. So Elijah Muhammad really became my father. And he was teaching me through his literature because I had all the books. How to Eat to Live, book 1 and 2, Message to the Black Man, The Fall of America, etc., etc., etc. He became my teacher. He made me understand Jim Crow. He made me to understand the environment that I was put in. Elijah Muhammad taught me the history that nobody else, my grandfather, my uncles, my cousins, no other men sat me down to teach me nothing except how to spit tobacco. My grandfather taught me how to take tobacco and chew it and spit. That's the best I'm going to get. The men around me taught me absolutely nothing. Not even how to work on a car, how to plant a garden, nothing. I'm just out here wondering. But that's all right, because I found Elijah Muhammad. And he was in a book that goes to show you how strong Elijah Muhammad is. In fact, Elijah Muhammad have become father to thousands and thousands of black men in this country, even till this day. Now, do I agree with everything Elijah Muhammad taught? No. Do I agree with everything that he has done? No. But he's the only man that came to me to give me a sense of purpose as a boy. So I'm striving to be like my father, Elijah Muhammad. And the only thing on my mind is, as soon as I get of age, I want to be with my father, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. Unfortunately, by the time I was able to get old enough, Elijah Muhammad had passed in 1975. In 1975, I was still in grade school. So I could not be a part of the Nation of Islam. So I think all of us, men, males, we all have that sense of wanting to know what we're supposed to be. I knew I'm not supposed to be a woman. I know I'm not a girl. So all that girl stuff and what women do, I was not attracted to play with baby Barbie dolls or nothing like that, even though I was raised around nothing but female. I know I'm not you. Now, some of us young men, we get caught up in that. I didn't get caught up. I knew better because I did have a father. I had a physical father that didn't give a damn about me, but I had my father, the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, and these teachings which put me on a level of the average child wasn't on. Here I am, a child, and I'm able to have big time conversations with adults because I was learning these teachings. Amazing. I'm having scholarly conversations with my pastor at church and my mother and all these adults. Children weren't on my level because I'm learning these teachings. Amazing. So we want to talk about manhood. And we want to talk about Lenon honor because it has been brought to my attention that Lenon honor also is an exponent of manhood training. Who is Lenon honor? And what type of manhood training is he teaching? We want to talk about that real quick and get out of here. Now, I have been on YouTube since 2007. I have seen them come. I have seen them go. I was here when Lenon honor first came to YouTube, start making himself known on YouTube. And I remember Lenon honor back in the day as an inspiring filmmaker. And I do remember his trying to promote his films, and he was making all these family-oriented videos, even in his films. But of course, we like drama, we like beef, and we really don't like righteous behavior. So poor brother Lenon did not sell a lot of his films. And you can go on Google. I'm not going to do your work for you. You can go on Google and Google Lenon honor. And his website is still up. You can still buy his old films and you can see what he was doing. I don't have to do that because I was exposed to Lenon honor when he first came to YouTube. So I'm told that Lenon honor teaches manhood training. Now, I'm not going to lie to you. I don't know exactly what he teaches. I didn't take the time to watch the videos and understand exactly what he's teaching, but based upon him, I can make a good speculation. I can make a good guess based upon him and how he's living. And I'm pretty sure I won't be far off base. Now, Lenon honor, I am told, Lenon honor teach men, manhood training. His version, what he believes a man's supposed to be. Because you can go to a gang member and they would tell you, I'm a man. You can go to a crack addict and he'll tell you, I'm a man. So everybody have their version of what a man's supposed to be. But what gets me, you're telling me that Brother Lenon honor is teaching manhood training, but if you go to his channel, all his videos is 4-7 years old. 4 to 7 years old. Why did you stop? There's a problem with that. Why aren't you teaching this manhood training lately? If you go to Lenon Honor's channel right now, he's not talking about manhood training. He's talking about Umar Johnson, the Prince of Pan-Africanism. That's all his channel is about. And there are those who are obsessed with trying to take down this man. They flock to his channel. Now, if you just study his video library, you will see Lenon Honor has an unstable work history. He's worked at all kinds of places, and he has lived in all kinds of places. He's living here today, moving somewhere else tomorrow. He's very unstable. Now, I'm not going to assume anything, but you're teaching manhood training, and you keep making babies, and you don't have stability. You're having problems holding down a job. You can't afford to jump around when you have 5 babies and your wife. I think it's 5 children they have. And his wife, that equals 7, right? Because I think it's 5 children now. His wife makes 6, him, that makes 7, right? But that's his history. I'm not going to go into his finances because I don't know. I can guess, but I'm not gonna put nobody on Front Street. I'm not gonna do that. Because I can guess, and I'm pretty sure I'm on base. Because I understand what's happening here. You got a wife that don't work, you have 5 children, you're unstable. That's a lot of money. Children cost a lot of money. But you're teaching manhood training. Okay? I wonder, what kind of manhood training are you teaching, or are you an example of those teachings? But now, right now, he's graduated from that to making countless videos about Umar Johnson. It's amazing. A lot of people are on the Umar Johnson bandwagon. They have their videos monetized. Umar Johnson is making a lot of people money. But at the same time, he's a scam artist. But you making money off the scammer. That's how you making your living now. That's how you getting your views. There is an effort, and I'm not defending Umar Johnson. As you know, those who watch this channel know I do not defend Umar Johnson. But at the same time, I'm looking at all these people who are trying to bring down Umar Johnson, but that's the only way they can get views, by talking about Umar Johnson, trying to bring him down. And they're not close to bringing this man down. Now, if Lenon Honor is a man, and now you've gained all this audience, sir, you have all these subscribers, all this attention, and Umar Johnson is so bad, and you are part of this anti-fraud warrior clique, why don't you guys show Umar how it's done? Why don't you open up a school? Why don't you do something on the level of Umar Johnson and show everybody how it's done? But the only thing they know how to do is scrutinize Umar Johnson every day. 24 hours a day. They call venues and they call people. Watch out for Umar Johnson. He's a scam artist. Look out. Before Umar Johnson, you got the church, the first scam artist. Where's all your energy for the church or anybody else? Why just Umar Johnson? You got Brother Polite, who's a known scammer. You have a whole lot of other folks. You're an anti-fraud warrior. But the concentration, there's a personal vendetta for Umar Johnson because they found out they can get a lot of attention and make a lot of money on Umar Johnson. Just complain. Only complain. See, I got a problem with this. And you're teaching manhood training. Because a man, to my understanding, a man just don't complain. A man brings solutions. He brings solutions. So let's talk about manhood training. Now, I'm not jealous or envious of Lenon Honor. That I am not. I wish Lenon Honor and his family peace and prosperity. I just don't understand that you have all this attention, and as a man, you can't do nothing with it. So it's manhood training. All right? Man. I guess that's the prefix. Excuse me, my English crap is real poor. But I think man would be the prefix, manhood. Okay, the prefix is man. See, nobody can teach you how to be a man. Being a man, being a male is natural to all of us. Except in this time, or this society that we live in, something disrupts our nature. So we cannot connect and we cannot grasp our maleness, our testosterone. Something disrupts us. There's no man that can teach you how to be a man. That's natural. You don't have to be taught. That's why a woman can raise a male, can raise a man, because it's natural. She don't have to teach you. I was surrounded by women. I knew I was not a woman. I basically raised myself. And I had help in trying to understand through the teachings of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. You cannot be taught that. I already had a natural sense that for some reason, I don't know what it was, but I had a natural sense that I'm supposed to protect my mother and my sisters and the females around me. It was just natural for me. I was not taught. It was just natural. And later in school, I learned about being a gentleman, opening car doors for women, and the gentleman thing, opening up help women with their groceries to their car, opening up car door. We don't do that no more. We're not gentlemen. We're bashers. I know I would do that now and then, and women look at me like I'm crazy. Like, I can open the door for myself. And I have to explain to them, I'm a gentleman. You don't have to do that. Ain't too many people like you no more. I'm like JJ. I know. Because there's no men to put the hood for these young boys. So the male or being a man is natural. You shouldn't have to be taught. So the prefix is man, then you got hood. What is a hood? A hood is something that covers something, like the hood of your car. The hood covers the engine. Or like the hood on your barbecue grill. It covers the actual cooking space where you put your meat. So flies or whatever can't get to it. Use a hood. It covers it. So what manhood training really is, and that must be taught. Because the hood is teaching the young boys or girls, in the case of womanhood, what is expected of you in society. We already know that you're a boy growing up into a man. We already know that you physically are a man or a woman, but we need to put it under a hood, what we do in our society. So when you're born male in our society, this is what is expected of you. So you have to go through manhood training. The deacon said, nunhood is all the black man can teach. Absolutely. There is no manhood training in our society. It is all individualized or organized in our various groups and organizations or your personal house. There is no manhood training. And there's no manhood training for us because we are not a people. We're just a bunch of slaves that were set free, and everybody doing their thizzy, everybody doing their thing. Even in America itself, even the Caucasian children, there is no manhood training. There is no womanhood training. Most of the way that we view what a woman's supposed to be, what a woman's supposed to do, a lot of it is religious influence. We get it from the Bible or the Holy Quran. That's where our idea of womanhood is and manhood is, what the Quran say, what the Bible say. But in this nation, even among white folks or many of these other people, well, and some of these other people, they don't play that. Their children are taught, like if we were Jews, they tell their children what they expect of them being a male or female. They go through manhood training. And a lot of these other people from Africa or whatever, they teach their boys and girls what is expected of them being a Jew or an African or Asian or whatever. They teach their babies what is expected of them. But in America, American white children and black children, there is no standard. There is no manhood training. You a man simply because you grow up and got a penis, and you a woman and you grow up and you have a vagina. They don't even have parenting classes no more. When I was in school, they was phasing it out, but they used to have parenting classes so you could learn how to take care of a baby, change the diaper, how to be a parent. They taught us basic skills, basic electricity, basic plumbing, basic auto, the girls, basic cooking, sewing. We had skills. They took all the skills out of the school and gave you sex education. That's what they done. If you want to know how to be a man, even white people, send your children to the service. Oh, they'll teach you how to be a man. No, they teach you how to be a killer when you go to the service. They're not teaching you how to be a man. They're teaching you how to be a killer. That's the purpose of the military. It's not to make a man out of you. So that's the purpose of manhood. Manhood training is to give guidance to the male and female. What is your role in this society? But among Black America, we're not a people. We're just out here roaming. And our boys don't know and have never been taught what is expected of them. They never, when they get to a certain age, they do not go through manhood training. Because if we were able to go through manhood training and we were a people, this is what is expected of us. And it ain't no damn gang member. It ain't no damn dope dealer. It ain't no damn, I'm going to break my wrist. You'll catch them early in their development so you can train them to be a man. We sure hell don't. We don't have no place in the army. Now, Brother Leonard Honor has his idea of what manhood training is. And I would assume it is simply treat a woman right, get you a decent job, take care of your family, be a good citizen, you know, go on vacations with your family, and, you know, la-di-da, la-di-dee, la-di-da. What? Is that all? Brother Leonard, is that all? I'm pretty sure he makes it more technical. I'm pretty sure he makes it more technical, but I would assume and I would guess it's all about just being happy in society and living, you know, telling young men, you know, that our lifestyle is normal. How we live is normal. I wonder if he's teaching our young men that you have to be careful because this is a racist society and your ghetto behavior will get you killed out here. Is he teaching the men the reality that as a black man in this country, you have to be careful messing with white folks? Because that should be part of manhood training in this society. You got to be careful of your own people because they'll get you caught up. That should be part of manhood training. Now, if you want to be just living in this society and you want to be happy, there was a song. Here's a little song I wrote. I want to sing it note for note. Don't worry. Do, 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 do. Be happy. Do, 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 do. Don't worry. Do, 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 do. Be happy. Do, 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 do. Now, if that's what, if you always want to be a happy Negro, then that's the manhood training that's good for you. A happy Negro. And I'm not angry at you because you just want to be happy. I'm not mad at you. But that's not what we do here. Sister Heston, be happy with your happy. And that's all right. Yeah, that brother was from the St. Louis area too. He was from around here, Bobby McFerrin. Don't worry, be happy. That's a happy ass song too. I can't do that. We don't do that here. We don't do that here, y'all. We don't do that. We don't play the happy dance here because there's nothing happy about being a slave. Now you might not feel as though you're a slave. You may not feel that you're oppressed, and nobody don't give a damn about what you feel. This is the reality. So as a little boy, I would not be attracted to Lenon Honor or Monty Woodgrain, all these guys that's supposed to be men, simply because we have a happy family. We have a happy family. Look at my daughter. Look at my children. We so happy. Da 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 da. I can't do that. Even in primitive tribes, a part of manhood training, you have to be a warrior. You have to defend your tribe. That's part of it. A part of manhood training, even in primitive societies, you have to be worthy of a woman. If you cannot pass manhood training, no woman for you. You can help raise the babies, and you can go out there with the women and help them pick corn or whatever. You can't be with the men until you pass manhood training. And a part of manhood training, you have to be a warrior. You have to show other men you're willing to die for your tribe, willing to die for your nation. Now, the thing about black people in this country, we're not a people. We have no nation. We just want to be happy. we just want to be happy. My question is, what kind of man are you? Now, even under the religious guidelines that they expect from men, you're taught as a male, as a man, you're supposed to provide. Lenon Honor is not encouraging men to provide for the black woman. Just go get a job that was created by somebody else. He's not teaching us as men that you do not tolerate being a third-class citizen. You're going to treat me equal with you, or we're going to be fighting in this bad boy until somebody give in, until you dead or I'm dead. We just sit here and get our ass whooped every day, discriminated against. Only thing we do is cry and march and complain. That's all we do. You do not challenge how you going to teach manhood training when you're not a man living in another man's house. You make no laws, you control no resources, nothing. Nothing. But you're a man. So when Lenon Honor, his children look to him, they know that Lenon Honor produces nothing, and the men that he's part of produce nothing. We got to go to the white man. How do you feel good, Brother Lenon? Your children don't really look up to you. They know they have to sidestep you because you can offer nothing. They know if they want to go to college, if they want a good job, if they want a pizza, they have to go to the white man. Ding, ding, Papa John. My father, my man in my house, and the men that he's part of don't produce nothing for your children. The clothes on your children's back, your wife did not sew. All your shoes and the piano that you like to play. It all comes from other men. So you teaching manhood training and you don't produce nothing. What kind of man are you? What kind of man do you want us to be? Somebody told me they just want to be happy. They just want to go to Jamaica and get in a bikini and lay out in the sun and drink a pina colada or whatever. That's good enough for them. They don't mind being a slave in this country. And you don't control nothing. You're just a consumer. If not for the white man, you can't even go to Jamaica. You can't even travel the world. You need his airplanes, his boats, his ships, his cars that he makes. You should feel embarrassed to be a grown man and a grown woman and we don't produce a damn thing that we need. You spitting out babies like rabbits, no baby shoes, no baby diapers you make. No baby food with your lazy ass. It's easy to make baby food. The only thing you have to do is boil some carrots, boil some peas, smash it up, give it to the child. Your lazy ass. You go to the store and get Gerber or that Beechers or whatever the hell it is at Walmart and give that crap in a jar to your babies. Some damn crap. You don't know how old it is. When all you have to do is get some fresh fruits and vegetables, smash it up, boil it up, give it to your babies. Take your breasts out, put your baby on your breast. Buying all this chemicalized crap in a can. And the so-called man allows all this. All your children was raised up and fed by the white man. Other men, you give them nothing. And you go out and slave on these jobs, killing yourself. I remember I saw a video and Lenon was working these double shifts or whatever. He looked all wore out. I'm very sure Lenon is very happy that Umar Johnson came out. But you're a man, this is how you live. You don't want your own nation. It is my belief a man wants his own. Just like as a man, when you got to a certain age, you felt as though you need to get out your parents' house. We need to get out of this house, or we need to be equals in this house. Because as a man, you shouldn't tolerate it. All our babies, all our children, why the hell should they listen to us? We give them nothing. We have nothing to offer them. Even your so-called generational wealth, the only reason why it was produced because of white folks. You give no money, no value. You don't feel embarrassed. You don't feel bad. See, that bothers brothers who are real men because they know what it feels. And you protect nobody. Our babies go out here in the street, even our people, even in 2021, we still get lynched, shot in the street. We suffer, we get beat up. And as men, we do nothing. You make all these babies and can't protect nobody. You can't provide, you can't protect. What kind of manhood training is Lenon Honor teaching for our boys? To be a bunch of punks, be a bunch of chumps, a bunch of, yes, sir, it's all right, sir. I got a good job, sir. I goes to work every day, sir. I got 4, 5 jobs. I take care of my family, sir. Yes, I do, sir. You don't realize that's a slave mentality? You actually feel good that your children, in reality, they look up to other men other than you. Yeah, you have a job, and you are the one that's paying the bills or whatever, but your children understand if they want to get somewhere in the world, you can't do a damn thing for them. As men, we should not even tolerate. So we laugh at the Mississippi campaign. It's unfeasible. Of course it's unfeasible when you're doing nothing to help people know about it. Of course it's unfeasible. It's unfeasible when not only are you not going to help, but you're not going to tell nobody about it or anything. But the Mississippi campaign finally will put soul brothers and sisters, the black man and woman, in a position where now you can make your own laws, your own policies, and control some resources. So you can do your own thing. So now you can be the man you're supposed to be. And once you are successful with this state, now we know that it can be done and it's successful. It can only get bigger. But you are content with the scraps that we get from another man's table. I don't give a damn if it's $1 million. I don't give a damn if it's $1 billion. Do you know what you can get when you control resources and you can make laws and policies and do your own thing? This little chump change that they allow us to have is nothing. It's nothing. Are you serious? Again, I have nothing against our brother Lenon Honor, because people, like Minister Farrakhan said, people cannot act outside the circumference of their understanding, their knowledge. Lenon Honor offers no solution at all. Now, you can talk about Angel Snub 7 all that you want to. Angel Snub 7 talks about the problem. Angel Snub 7 also offers a solution. Angel Snub 7 also offers a healing to our pain. But these are feeding off the drama. These are feeding off the hate. And they offer no alternative, no solution, just drama, negativity, hatred, animosity. As men, if we were in a primitive tribe, we have to go through manhood training And one of the first things you must do is learn how to be a warrior. Learn how to fight and defend your tribe. As soul brothers in this country, as black men, our first assignment is we must become a people. We must unify. If you're not trying to unify and make us a people, you're a piece of trash as a man. Because once you unify us as a people and we view ourselves as a people, now we can demonstrate and give out our roles to our sisters. This is what we expect of our women in our society. This is what we expect of our boys. This is very difficult to do when you don't control nothing. That's why it's expedient and important for the men to establish territory. Look, I'm going to say this, we're going to get out of here. In nature, the males go out and they stake their claim on territory. They do not allow other males in their territory. They fight to the death. This is mine. Get your ass out of here. And then they go get their females and they have their children in their territory, and they are willing to fight and die to the death and die for their territory, for their females and their babies. You have nothing. You have nothing to fight for. You're going to go and die for another man's territory. You're going to fight and die for another man's women and children. I served in the military. Hup, ho, hup, ho, for another man. Fighting for his freedom. For his women and children. His territory that he don't give you none of. We as black men, as soul brothers in this country, we have earned at least 5 or 10 states. We fought in every war since the Revolutionary War. We are the best citizens in this country. We have earned not a couple of pieces of land. We have earned some states. And that's what you should demand. And I'm not talking about go out and buy. Y'all always talk about let's go buy some. I ain't not giving these folks nothing. Our blood, sweat, and tears, we've already earned these states. And I don't want to move nobody nowhere. Just want to control it. I want to be in charge because we earned it. We earned the right. Our ancestors made this country, made it wealthy, and we have protected it with our lives. World War I, World War II, the Revolutionary War, the Korean War. We've been in every war these folks been in. And the only thing they do is put a rope around your neck, call you nigger. As men, we should no longer tolerate it. You call yourself free, then you should act free. You continue to act like a slave. And you act like these people are your parents. Can I have a little bit of this? Can I have a little? Will you give me allowance? Can I have a little? No! He's a man. He takes a dump and he breathes and he will die like you. Stand up to him. Lenon, honor, stand up. We need to stand up. Look, you're going to give me mine or it's going to be we got a problem. We got a problem. You going to treat me equal or you are going to help me go somewhere else. Otherwise, we got a problem here. I'm not playing with you. I'm not like the 1960s. This is not the 1940s. Ready to kick your ass. Yeah, a lot of us might die, but I guarantee you, when it's all said and done, you're going to know you was in a fight. And your children will look up to us. Woo, my daddy. My uncles, my cousin, woo. They were some bad boys. And future generations will honor you for the sacrifice that you made. So now they don't have to live like slaves. Now they're getting the honor and the respect that we have as free people. The difference between myself and Lenon Honor is that Lenon Honor might be comfortable in all this. And that's fine. But myself and many others, as men, your nature should tell you this is not acceptable. A man wants his own territory. He wants to control his own. So his children can look up to him. My father made all this possible. My mother made all this possible. Our children don't even look up to us. They know they have to conform themselves so they would be accepted by other people. The hell with them. We should be able to provide everything our people want. We shouldn't have to buck shuffle and scratch and where we don't itch because we don't have nothing. You know how it is when you don't have nothing and you got to ask somebody for something and they really don't like you or whatever, but you don't have too much of a choice. And you gotta, hey, you really don't like them, but you don't have too much of a choice. You gotta buck shuffle and scratch where you don't say stuff that you really don't mean because you don't have nothing. We are free people. This condition should not be acceptable by men. But I always say on this platform, none. We have no men. And I don't care how good I am or Lenon Honor is. If there are 10 people in the room that smoke and 2 people that don't smoke, the air is still polluted. So it don't make no difference how good I am or Lenon Honor or the few handful of brothers, as long as us as a gender is corrupt, as long as we're still thinking like slaves, as long as what Spike Lee say, as long as we're not doing the right thing, then the condition remains. It don't make no difference how good I am or what I say or what Lenon Honor say. So we need to, instead of bashing women, we need to straighten up our own gender. Because I guarantee you, you straighten up the brothers, straighten up the man, and the women and children will follow easily. Because that's what they're waiting for. The women are waiting for their man. That sleeping lion y'all always talking about. Like, damn, how long you gonna sleep? You're not gonna get nowhere pussyfooting around, waiting for another man to give you what you think you earn. It's going to be a long time coming. We still making progress. Oh yeah, we making progress because I'm going to take this baseball bat and put it upside your head. You going to give me what's mine. All this pussyfooting and screwing around. What kind of example are we to our boys? Being weak as we are. The young boys on social media. And you crying about women. Women don't do this, and the women. And you do know, of course, that people like Tommy Sotomayor and Kevin Samuels, those type of people are being promoted by YouTube. They're being pushed and promoted to keep the drama, to keep the hatred going, to keep the division going. If we was men, the only thing we got to do is tell Kevin Samuels or Tommy, shut the hell up. And they know we mean business, and they will shut up or change the direction of their speech. Sit your happy ass down. White man can't protect you no more. Manhood's training. I'm going to say this, we're going to get out of here. Manhood training. Yes, Lenon Honor can teach manhood training. The question is, what kind of man do you want to make? Do you want a man that conform to what another man thinks you should do? Or do you want to take your destiny in your own hands? Do you want your children to look up to you? I'm the boss. So when I speak, I'm a lion, I roar. You know, my mother, when it came to discipline, and some of y'all probably have parents like this, my mother didn't even have to hit us. The only thing my mother had to do was give us that eye. And whatever we was doing, we straightened up real quick. And that's all we have to do. We don't have to be big and bad. We don't have to talk tough. All we have to do is step up to folks and just give them that eye. Now, if you want to try it, that's your business. I'm telling you what's going to happen to you. So what kind of man do you want when it comes to manhood training? Do you want a disciplined man? Or do you a strong man that want his own? Or do you want a man, oh, I'm happy, happy, joy, joy, happy, happy, joy, joy. I just want to be happier. I just want to have fun. We don't do that here. So if the only thing you want to do is have a good job, don't slap your wife around every day, you know, be a gentleman or whatever. That's what you think a man is, so be it. We here want our own. We want our own land. Whether we own it or control it, it don't make no difference as long as we control it. We want to be able to produce our own baby shoes, our own cars, whatever we need. And if we can't produce it, I really don't want it. If we can't produce it, I don't want it. So if we can't make cookies, I guess we won't be making cookies. If we can't make shoes, I guess we're going to learn how to go barefoot until we learn how to make shoes. Because you don't want to be dependent upon nobody except yourself. If we have to go back living in some damn mud huts, so be it. As long as you're free and you're doing for yourself. You don't depend on nobody. We run this. This is mine. Now, I don't know what you do in the rest of the country, but when you come to Mississippi, We run this. I have confidence in us that once you take control of this state, you're going to take it out of poverty, and we're going to change the people into something we've never seen before. It's going to be a transformation. And I know it's hard to believe, but it's a reality. It can be done. You have no choice if you really want to survive. And the people are ready. They're just looking for the right leadership. They're ready. I know they're ready. Do you know when I wrote up or did the video about the Mississippi campaign, and I went to the post office and I was getting ready to mail the Mississippi campaign proposal to Minister Farrakhan, one of the employees, who was a soul brother, he said, man, I don't want to be nosy. You sending a package to Minister Farrakhan. What is that about? He was nosy. And I told him about the Mississippi campaign. And then he told the other brothers and sisters that was working at the post office, told them about my proposal. And all of them said, I hope that the minister will bring attention to this. It sounds good. Why wouldn't you want to control an area for yourself? People keep bringing me all this nonsense. Well, you know, in Mississippi in 1874, they talk about the flag of the, you missed the whole. They make something that is not even about. I don't give a damn about the Mississippi flag. I don't give a damn about the history of Mississippi. We just want to take control of the politics so that we can better ourselves. Because the state of Mississippi has a lot of resources we could take advantage of. And I suggest to us, let us grow and be the #1 producer of organic food. Since Mississippi is already an agricultural state, let us be the #1 producer of organic food. So when people think about organic food, they say Mississippi. Right now, we have no product on the market, nowhere, where we can say what people look to us for. Nothing. But now, as a people, not for me, not for Sister Noble, not for Brother Maurice, not for Brother Talib, not for the twins and the deacons, Sister Ann, Sister Rashida, not for us, but for we. They know that we produce this good organic food. Not only are you producing organic food to sell to other people, but you're producing it to give good products to us. Why wouldn't you want to do that? They want to argue about religion and blah, blah, blah. That's not what it's about. You claim you want to be a producer. You claim you want to be independent. Here's your chance. Here's the training wheels. Because if you can't do this, you can't do nothing else. You have to crawl before you walk. You can't do a damn thing in Africa if you can't do it here. And that's the real. You can't do it here. What make you think you can do it in Africa? You can't do it here. So what kind of man, sister, do you want? Somebody, a man that you spit out all these babies, and the babies look up to another man for their substance? Or do you want a brother? Do you want a man? When you go outside, the mailbox your man made, the house your man built, the street your man did, the lights come on because of your man. That's what we want here. All the jobs that you get because your man made the jobs. That's what we want. And guess what? These other people will start respecting you and stop taking you as a joke, something to laugh at. You just a singer and a you just a singer, you just a dancer, you just a rapper, a basketball player, football. No, I'm God. I said let it be, and it is. I said let there be light, and it is. I just don't talk about God. I am God. So there are many who may have come to this video that really thought I was going to really be bashing Lenon honor and talking about him, making mockery or whatever that. I guess you would be seriously disappointed, because that's not what I'm about. I would think that Brother Lenon, with all his subscribers and all the people that paying attention to him, you should have a solution. And all those who are supporting your platform, work on that solution. But they offer nothing. See, that's another thing that men do. Men are supposed to solve the problems of the community. If the community don't have water, the men got to find a way, how are we going to get some water? If wild animals are attacking the community, the men got to deal with that problem. Whatever the problem comes in the community, the men got to deal with it and come up with a solution. Our men is complaining, they're crying, they're beefing, offer no solution. And if that's the kind of men that y'all want, so be it. But we don't do that here. So the same way you bow down to other men, the white man to other men, if it ever become a reality that we do take control of Mississippi and we raise up real men, when you come to Mississippi, you're going to bow down to us too. You bitch. Yeah, I said it. You punk ass. You're going to bow down to us. Hell, if you're going to bow down to the white man, you're going to bow down to us. Because we get the white man respect. Actually, I didn't even feel like I was going to wait and talk to us tomorrow. And I really didn't even feel like coming on tonight, but I have some things I need to take care of, and I really need to take time to deal with some other things. I need to get this autobiography ready on Amazon or wherever. And I also need to get with my brother Astro Boo Baby. We're gonna do a single. Oh man, see, you don't know what might happen tomorrow. There are those who make mockery. You don't get no views, and they want to put you down. You don't know what might happen tomorrow. Because long as you have life, you don't know where life might take you. It took me to the crazy house, but it can also take me other places. So I need to get this autobiography on Amazon together. I need to get with my brother Astro Boo Baby to put out this single that was inspired by Michael Jackson that I think sound damn good. And I truly have faith in Astro Boo Baby. I think we're going to do a good job. Otherwise, it will never be released. I'm pretty sure he's a perfectionist and I'm a perfectionist. And since it was inspired by Michael Jackson, I wanted Michael to approve. Also, you probably seen the promo video. I need to, I'm going to get with our brother Umar Shabazz and be part of his documentary, his new Malcolm X documentary. So we got all these things. I got all these things going, and I can't be on YouTube, keep making videos because it's a distraction and it's throwing me off. So I got to get on these projects. So I hope that you understand. So I will come on here if I can, but I really need to get on these projects, get this thing going. Thank you, Sister Ann. Thank you for doing this for me. Thank you. So we got the autobiography coming soon, the Umar Shabazz documentary, and the single. And for those who want to support this platform, there's the information right there, courtesy of our Sister Ann. Again, I want to make perfectly clear, I don't hate nobody. I don't hold any grudges. I'm not jealous of nobody. But I have to be me. Before I die, I would like to close my eyes knowing that the people that I come from, you are on your way to that promised land that Dr. King spoke of. Because I'm very sure I will not get there with you. But I would like to be happy to know I had something to do with that so that I'll be more comfortable knowing that I had something to do with you finally being free for real. Yeah, I'm gonna take my time. Sister Ann said her two favorite words, happy ass. If you don't like Angel Snubbing Up 7, just keep your happy ass away from me. I'll be all right. We'll be all right. But I have no grudges. I don't hate you. I don't dislike you. Let me see, King account. How you doing, King? Okay. Sort of hard, difficult reading. Okay, wait a minute, brother. Didn't you say you didn't want to be around or associated with people like Michael Jackson, R. Kelly, but you want to use Michael Jackson influence material? What they got to do with anything? What does that have to do with anything? No, I don't want to be associated personally with certain behaviors that has nothing to do with their talents. Not if their talents can do something for the good of people, because everything I do is not for me. I hope that it can open a door that can put my people to a place where they need to be. And I don't care what tool I have to use. But certain behaviors, no, I don't want to be associated with that. Love you, Michael, but you know, you got a history of so-and-so. No, I don't want to get caught up in that. I'm a Michael Jackson fan, and I will always be a fan of Michael Jackson's talent. And Michael Jackson, in Michael Jackson's case, you said they're scumbags, brother, and you have no evidence of that. I don't know what they are. I don't know what they are. The only thing I know is what they was accused of. Michael Jackson was acquitted. And we do know that Bill Cosby confess to being a rapist. And it's up in the air about R. Kelly, but I will stay away. Chances are it's Alquan. A hypocrite is somebody being something that they are not. So before we get out of here, please explain to us, how am I being something that I'm not? We'll give you a second. No, you have people that always want to come to find fault hiding behind a picture. But they're not doing anything. They're not offering us nothing. But they always, and that's another thing. See, I offer a solution. Whether you like it or not, I offer a solution. I also offer healing. But you have people like this, the only thing they do all day is try to find fault. Then when you ask them, they don't have nothing to offer. I mean, absolutely nothing. Like when Deity was here. She don't like the Mississippi campaign. She don't like nothing. So what do you have to offer, lady? What do you have to offer? Nothing. So for those of us who truly want to move forward, you have to push that crap to the side and keep moving forward. And see, that's the reason why they hide behind a picture. So you won't know when they come and skin and grin in your face, when you are successful, you won't know who they are. Very slick. That's why they do what they do. That's why they hide behind pictures. So you won't know who they are. Because these kind of people skin and grin in your face. They will talk about you like a dog, but then when you are successful, here they come. Skin and grin in your face, beg you, all that kind of good stuff. Thank you. But anyway, I'm done. And unfortunately, I'm very sure that people was coming here to hear me try to go off on Lenon Honor. I do not know Lenon Honor to do that. And Lenon Honor has done nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with being a family man, taking care of your family, your children to the best of your ability. And there's nothing wrong with being happy. But at the same time, we're men. And this condition should not be happy for you. It should not be tolerated. This life that we bring our children into should be unacceptable. So with that said, thank you for listening. Jot down your comments. I sure appreciate it. And in the words of our brother, Don Cornelius, as in parting, I wish us love, peace, and soul. And we are Audi 5000.